Thank you so much for tuning into Car and Bike once again. My name is Shams and this small SUV is Volvo's big bet for the upcoming festive season. The EX30 is unique and special in many ways, and in this video I'm going to tell you why. But before that, if you still haven't subscribed to Car and Bike, please do it right now. Also press the bell icon so that you can get all the latest information from the world of Indian auto right here on Car and Bike.
I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I know what you're saying, but I like it's new what you're telling me.
Now, one of the best interpretations of the famous Thor's hammer-shaped DRLs that we've seen on a lot of cars from the brand, I think it is on the EX30. I like this brake in the DRLs, looks quite nice and sporty on this small SUV. Very minimalist design. I think that suits an EV a lot more than on an ICE vehicle. And if you come towards the profile, you see these really big 19-inch wheels. Now this is not a very long car, just about 4.2 meters long, not very tall as well, but the big wheels really give it a more chunky and sporty character. I like this color combination as well. You have a dual tone here, 5 color options. This one is called Cloud Blue, looks quite nice and modern, youthful. Small mirrors, not too big, sort of bezel-less, so this will aid in aerodynamics. And yes, the ground clearance also is quite decent at approximately 180 millimeters, though I really wish that even a cross-country version of this car could come to our market, because that suits our conditions a lot more, because what you get is slightly higher ground clearance. Really love these LED tail lamps here, quite unlike what we've seen on a Volvo before. Again gives the car a unique look. They're not connected, but these black lines give you that feel. A big spoiler as well. An overall silhouette of the EX30 is something that is bound to impress you, because they've done a great job with the design of this small SUV. Now there's no physical key that comes with the EX30. Instead what you get is an NFC card, or you can use your mobile phone app to unlock the car. But these are the only two options, so just stick the card here on the sensor and the car opens for you, and then you can enter the vehicle. And once you enter, there is no start stop button here inside the car. So you have to remember this. This card needs to be placed here on the wireless charging pad. And once you do that, then you can directly switch the car to the drive mode, which has happened right now, and you can start moving ahead.
Now you be surprised at the info you get is by letting them talk, so I'm letting them talk. Gotta keep quiet, maneuver in silence, then let them in, chalk up their body, another one body, that's just how it goes.
Very minimalist cabin inside the EX30, and you can see a clear Chinese influence in this latest car from Volvo. So there are 0 buttons on the door, something you haven't really seen on cars in any segment. So everything is integrated either in this touchscreen or on the steering wheel. Doors have no buttons at all, and even the storage space is not very big, so they've tried to play it in a different way. The screen, the smallest Volvo yet, gets the biggest screen seen in a Volvo yet. This one is more than 12 inches and it is vertically stacked, something that is appreciated by users of cars from Volvo. And it's really nice. It's clear, it's very easy to read, and it's responsive as well. So importantly, what Volvo has done with the EX30 is that there is no digital cluster in front of the driver. All you have is a small infrared camera that detects the driver attention when you're driving, but apart from that there's nothing. So you get a clearer view in front of you, and the cluster is integrated in the upper part of the touchscreen system only. So you can see here it shows you your status right now. It's in the parking mode or other important information you need while driving an EV. So the function of the cluster is taken care of here. And then of course the other part is something that you've seen before in cars like the XC60 and the XC90 as well. Now this one gets wireless Apple CarPlay, again something you haven't really seen in Volvo before, so that's nice. Android Auto is not wireless, but you don't need that, because you know that cars from the brand come with integrated Google UI, so it's already there. All the apps are already there and you can start using them right away when you start using the car. You might have to log in here with your details and then make full use of the system. So here's something that's more about your personal choice, but a lot of the things are now integrated inside the screen. So even the more conventional things like How do you set your mirrors? How do you set your lights? It's all done through the screen only, and here are your options, so you can choose what you want. And even the mirror, you have to choose the settings first here in the screen, and then you can use the buttons on your wheel to adjust the mirror according to your likings. Now, many unique and quirky bits inside the EX30, and I tend to like most of them. Look at this. The armrest here, it actually extends, and then your storage space or the cup holders come out. That's really cool. The power window switches are right here in between the seats. So as I said, no buttons on the doors. So of course, left and right, and you have to access the second row buttons, then second row windows, then just press the rear button, and the same switches will act as switches for the second row. Even the lock unlock buttons are placed right here, and if you fold this back, you see this additional space right here, which you can open further to access more space, which also has these C-type charging ports. Right above is the wireless charging pad, where we have to place the NFC card, and then we can remove it later once you start driving, and you can put the phone here. But we're still not done. Volvo has not put any speakers too on the front doors. Instead, what you get is a big sound bar that pans from left to right, and the audio quality also is quite nice. Now this is a Harman Kardon sound system with close to 10 speakers and 1000 watt of output. So for a small cabin, it gives you a really nice experience. And then you have these really cool looking seat controls for electric settings. So you have this square shaped button, again quite unlike what you've seen in cars from Volvo or other brands, and that one button would actually serve all the purposes. You press the middle part of it, and that will take care of lumbar support as well. Quite cool to use. And finally, look at this. No conventional glove box here. Actually, it's right here. Where is it? It's right here between the seats. So press the button here, and that's how the glove box will open. And you know what the cool thing is? You can actually set a password for this as well, and only when you insert the pin will this glove box open. What we'll use this for, let us know in the comments below. Now this could be a bit of a challenge. Let's see how the second row space is. So getting in does not give you a lot of space, and look at this. If you're somebody as tall as me, you may not feel very comfortable sitting here on the second row. The seats are nice, I like that. There's a big glass roof as well, which also makes you feel more comfortable here, but the thigh support can be much better. Here you have two C-type charging ports. You have the power window switches again right between the seats, and good storage space here, and this container can be taken out for easy disposal. Now all three seats get adjustable headrests, which is nice, but there is no center armrest here, and spending this kind of money, you may not like that. Also, the windows are not very big, so again, if you're somebody as tall as me, you may not feel entirely comfortable sitting here on the second row. With a tilt and telescopic steering wheel and a seat that can be adjusted for different settings, you are never far away from the perfect drive position on the Volvo EX30. I like that as a driver. You get a commanding view of the road, and especially up front, the view is really nice with a big glass area. Can't really say that for the rear view, because there the glass area is small, and the adjustable headrest on the middle seat does somewhat hamper your view. Now the EX30 has come to India in a single variant. Now this is a rear-wheel drive version. Internationally you also get an all-wheel drive, but in India Volvo has chosen to give you a rear-wheel drive, which is good when you want more range from the car. So this one is quite a big battery pack, 69 kilowatt hours to be precise, which means the claimed range here is almost close to 500 kilometers on a single charge according to WLTP figures. Now WLTP, it's considered to be a more reliable way of getting to know the range data. So while the claim figure is 480 kilometers on the EX30, now in real world conditions it may differ, of course, due to various factors. And just to give you an idea, right now we have 64% state of charge left in the car, and it is showing that the car will go for another 261 kilometers. As we see in a lot of electric vehicles, what you don't get here are different drive modes that may alter the range or even region levels. So the car is in one standard mode on which it runs, but what it has is a single pedal tech, which gives you the maximum level of regen in case you're looking for a longer range on the vehicle. So that may come in handy when you're looking to extend your driving distance on this car. But what about performance? How does this car go in terms of drivability, and if you love to drive, will you love being here on the driver's seat of the EX30? Well, absolutely, because the numbers here are quite good. A maximum power of around 270 bhp and a peak torque figure of close to 350 Newton meters. Now for a car that is not so big in size, it's a compact dimension of the EX30. That really helps in this car going quite fast. Acceleration is pretty quick, and of course, this being an EV, you have all the torque at your disposal right from the word go. So you want to go quick, the EX30 will do that for you. What's also quite nice is how silent the drive is inside this cabin. So this cabin is really well insulated from the exterior noises, and that is something that I've seen across cars from this brand. Doesn't matter if they're electric or they run on petrol. You get silent cabins, you're not really disturbed by the exterior factors of the road. It's quite a nimble and agile car to drive. It's something you will love to play with, especially when the roads are empty and you can take fast corners. You will love being on the driver's seat because in terms of dynamics and handling, it really impresses you. What also plays along very nicely is the steering wheel of this car. It is very precise, gives you great feedback, and the best part, it also has different modes. So you have 3 different settings you can choose for the steering wheel. So if you're driving on the highway, you can choose a different setting. If you're driving in the city, you can choose a lighter setting and make your drive more convenient or more sporty as per your desire. Ride also is not bad. I would not say it is very plush, but it does not unsettle you in any way. So I'm talking about the front row, and we've had our fair share of bad roads today here around Jaipur, but the car has done quite well there. It's taken to the bad roads with ease, and we haven't had to face too many issues inside the cabin or felt too many undulations while sitting inside the car. And you have a whole lot of level 2 ADAS functions as well. Now that's always a welcome function on cars now, especially in these modern times, and Volvo is taking that very seriously with all the cars it is launching in the market. We saw that with the recently launched XC60 as well, and the EX30, despite being a smaller car in a lower segment, also gets a good number of ADAS functions. So from lane keeping assist to forward collision assist to blind spot monitoring, all of it is there. You also have a 360 view camera. You also have parking assist. So these features are making your drive definitely safer, especially out on the highways. There's also a good feature about the car telling you how alert you are as a driver and how much your eyes are fixated on the road when driving the car. So where usually you have the instrument cluster in the car behind the wheel, you have this small infrared camera that monitors your eye movements to see that if you are constantly looking at the road ahead or not. So the moment you do not for a few seconds, the car will alert you and give you a small sound or a beep to tell you that keep looking back at the road. The small issue here is that since a lot of functions are now integrated inside the screen, you really have to go to the screen if you like it or not and get access to those functions. And when you're doing that, sometimes the car ends up alerting you that you're not looking at the road. So it's a situation where you're stuck. It's a catch-22 where you don't want to look away from the road, but you have to because you have to gain access to some function in the car, and maybe Volvo can find a solution to that. So that's the all-new Volvo EX30, a car that's different, really different, even from any other car we've seen from Volvo before. It has its positives as well as negatives. You will love some things about the car, the way it drives, how peppy it is, how compact is it, specially suited for use in the urban environment. But it has its issues as well, especially when it comes to ergonomics as well as practicality. But this is more like your personal gadget that is not tailor-made for everybody in the family. If it suits you really, really well. I have loved my time driving the EX30 and spending time in this really unique and different cabin. What do you think about this brand new entry-level Volvo in our country? Let us know in the comments below.